How's it going, everybody? Driver 53 here, and today I'm going to show you how you can add 200,000 liters of capacity to your sugar beet harvester. If you look down in the bottom corner, you can see that the fill level here keeps jumping around. It's going right back to zero. And the reason is because we've got one of these. Yes, the global transport pallet right here by 82 Squared Studios. This is a phenomenal mod. We showed how to use this in a regular combine harvester, but check this out. You can do the exact same thing without having to need a trailer right here for your sugar beet harvesters. The first thing you're going to need is a sugar beet harvester. I do have all three base game versions out in the field right now, and I do not have a preference on which one it is. These last two have a little bit bigger final capacity than this one. You know, this one's only 30,000, this one's 45, and this one's 43. So you get a little bit more extra, but with sugar beets, that's not really that much space. Your pallet is going to be the biggest portion of your storage capacity here on these harvesters. And the second thing is going to be your pallet, and that's going to be under objects. Then you go to pallets. You're going to come across until you see the global goods transport pallet. You're going to select it, and you need to make sure that you select the unreal capacity. Color doesn't matter here. Let's just go and get this one. Now I've got this to work on all three of the base game harvesters, and I'm going to go ahead and show you right here exactly how you're going to be able to do it. All you got to do is lift it up and get it up here to start with. Then you're going to climb up here inside, and what you need to do is make sure that it's kind of angled up here a little bit, because it's going to need to be pointed down at the ground. And the reason for that is because there is a imaginary plane that extends from the edge of the pallet here out a pretty big distance. You want to make sure that the belt is all the way down as far as you can. The way to adjust that is hold your L1 trigger. You're going to go up and down on your right joystick. That's going to control this last part out here. I like to have it all the way up as high as I can. And then you're going to go left and right on that joystick, and that's going to raise this up and down. So I want the main part all the way down as far as I can. And then I want the end part to be all the way up as far as I can. Then all we're going to have to do is go ahead, turn on our harvester, and lower it down. And as we start driving, you can see that it's going to start filling it up, and then it's going to go ahead and just start, dumping it out like you've got a trailer right next to it, because it's filling into that pallet. Now you're going to need to be careful whenever you're turning corners, because this will fall off if you go super fast. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the harvester now, and then you can see if I make a really sharp turn, this pallet is probably going to go flying. Well, it didn't do it there, but I have had it happen before. I'm going to go and turn it back on and lower it down. And like I said, I've got it in a pretty decent spot right now, but I have had it so that it has fallen off whenever I went to turn around. And yes, this even works for workers. As you can see, I am not in the cab at all. And we've got our product coming out here going into the pallet. And one thing to keep in mind is right in the middle of this pallet is the unload point. So if you have the unload point over top of the regular storage in your harvester, it's just going to fill right back into it, and you're not actually going to be putting anything into your pallet at all. And every once in a while, even the workers bump it around so it doesn't auto unload into the pallet. So what you got to do is just get up on top here, and then you're just going to need to move it again around to where it needs to be. So we're just going to put it right there. And as soon as it's done unloading, the worker's going to go ahead and take off again. And it might take a little bit of trial and error to try and figure out exactly where it needs to be at. And I'm sure one of the harvesters is a little bit better for this. I really haven't had a whole lot of problem with the red harvester. These other two, they kind of bounce around a little bit more. I mean, it could just be the fields that we have too. That's going to be it for today. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you would. If you want to stay up to date on all my future videos here on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell too. And while you're waiting on those future videos, go and check out one of these two here. Have a great day, night, evening, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver 53, signing off.